why do people lean towards other methods of marketing?
But this is the thing. People have been doing billboard. People have been doing flyers for a long time, right?
What are the chances that I will pass through Cairo and look in the sky and see that? For some people, it's an ego thing. But Zambian Airways is definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
Even if you told them, man, guaranteed you are going to make $15 million.
Adverts we see.
You know what? We should have called this episode the obvious episode.
So welcome to the Jade Pika podcast.
Yep.
It is sponsored by, affiliated with Open Roof Social. It's a marketing company. So obviously this is about marketing. My name is Chikondi Tembo. Background of profession, I'm a writer, novelist. Haven't written any of that. But my writers, they know what we're talking about. I'm also a lawyer, studied law, doing a master's in law.
And practicing marketing.
I'm practicing marketing.
A genius you are.
Of course.
A genius. And yeah, my name is Musa Milapo. I'm a father.
Okay. I should have said with I'm a Christian. Hey, let's redo. Okay, go ahead.
Of marketing.
Yeah. Said so well.
Anyway, look, my name is Musa Milapo, and I am
also his child is not called
a child of God. First, I'm a husband. Second, I'm a father. Third, fourth, I'm a person affected by load shedding because that's up there. if we're being honest, that's up there. But yeah, I'm a marketing enthusiast, which is probably what you're interested in. I did study marketing in university. I've been practicing marketing for the last 6 years of my career.
Whoa, 6? Whoa.
And we are going further with it.
Above and beyond.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
Okay. What was this?
Yeah, that was longer. This podcast is for the doers and not the hearers only, lest they be deceived.
Yeah, differently.
Right.
This for
no, but think about it.
No, it's true. It's true. It really is true. It's very valid, right? Yeah. This marketing podcast is not for entrepreneurs in general.
Or
it's
business
for executioners.
Owners. Exactly.
It's for people who are actually going out there with their business ideas and implementing them.
Yes, and
to
those
try and change Zambia.
Exactly. Those that are hungry for growth.
Yeah.
You know, not those that just want to feed their family. That's a good thing.
That's a good
thing.
You do you.
And neither is it for those who just want to work for themselves. No. That's a good thing.
That's a good
thing. Do you? But this podcast is more for the people who really, really want to revolutionize, industrialize, and change the game with their business, and they're ready to scale their businesses. Yeah. Our message is pretty much tailored to those people. Yeah. Hopefully it resonates. But anyway, yeah. So we want to speak today about social media and why y'all are sleeping.
Yeah.
We really feel y'all are sleeping. By the way, y'all includes us, but especially y'all.
For context sake,
yeah,
we're in a time in Zambia where the economy, the market, is really screaming for change, really screaming for growth. Industries are bursting with people who are going out there, and Zambians who are going out there, who includes the audience that we're trying to reach. Zambians who are trying to make change. They're leaving jobs, they're dropping out of school, they're starting up businesses, and they want to go big. And they're trying different approaches. But this is the interesting thing. Social media has been proven to be an avenue that has brought businesses great success. But we see so little momentum of it being used in Zambia. Yeah. So y'all are sleeping. For real.
I was checking out some stats on social media use in Zambia. I think about 2.5, 2.6 million people use social media.
That's a
which
huge
is
number.
that's about 10 to 13% of our
Population.
That's a big number of people who actually use social media. It's grown over the years and will continue to grow as
Every year. Because every year
yes.
there's a 12-year-old becoming a 13-year-old who's getting a smartphone.
Exactly.
And even now, actually, we have 10-year-olds, 7-year-olds who have smartphones.
Exactly. And now you have cheaper brands of cell phones that are penetrating some of the rural areas that originally couldn't afford, let's say, your iPhone or your Samsungs.
Yeah.
You have the cheaper Chinese phones that are accessible to people who originally didn't have access to them.
Yeah.
So with that happening at a faster rate, you have more people, even in the rural areas, now coming into a space where they use social media, where they're using your Facebooks and things like that. So that's a big number. From the stats I saw, Facebook holds the largest market by far, really, because 64% of the social media users
On Facebook.
in Zambia are using Facebook and are active. The next one is Instagram. Even though the data was different, I saw one that said the next one is actually LinkedIn. I'm not 100% sure. It feels like Instagram has more people, but I wouldn't
Put it past.
put it past LinkedIn. But definitely not as much as Instagram. But it's becoming more common for people to be on LinkedIn the whole day, posting about what they're doing. Some looking for jobs, some giving updates
And
on what
some
it is they're
just
doing.
scrolling.
Some
Like-
just scrolling.
Someone who I was talking to told me that their 60-year-old mother
Mhm.
was on Pinterest. And, like, I'm not even on Pinterest.
60,
Yeah, and it's not like, Pinterest because, like, I was made to. No, I
Yeah.
use Pinterest. So it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So even if the excuse is no, social media for youngsters, no.
Yes.
60 ain't young.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, what would you? Why do you think people are sleeping on social media, and what is it they're sleeping on?
Okay, so let me start with what it is they're sleeping on.
Yeah.
One of the things that's like clear just from what we have been saying about the
Mhm.
numbers on social media is that there's a massive audience, massive reach on social media.
Yeah.
There are millions and millions of people.
Mhm.
And the thing with social media, it has created a global market.
Right.
And so it's not just Zambia that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
We're dealing with South Africa, we're dealing with the whole of Africa,
Mhm.
we're dealing with Asia,
Yeah.
we're dealing with America. And this is the thing, this is not even new information to any of us
Yeah.
because we literally interact with pages in South Africa, ordering things from social media pages, right?
Yes.
We go to their social media before we even go to their website. We're getting things from America.
Mhm.
And it's a global market. And so while even if we were to say in Zambia just like 2.6 million people
Yeah.
on social media, you're dealing with probably
A massive number.
maybe
And-
even more than 1 billion people.
Yeah, to that point, there's something on TikTok that's called like TikTok made me do it.
Yeah.
So what that means is someone will see like a review or a product that was used on someone on TikTok, then
They'll buy.
that makes them go and buy. So if you're sitting here in Zambia and you have a product that you can put on the online market, you have a chance of not only accessing the Zambian market, but being able to export whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
But you have to be present, right? You have
Yeah.
to show up with your product,
People have
its
to see it.
benefits. People have
Can't
to
buy
use
something
it,
they
love
can't
it.
see. Yeah.
Exactly. So not only for a billboard, you have no chance of reaching someone in South
No,
Africa.
you don't. They'll have to
Because-
drive by your billboard.
You don't
right?
even-
It's
they
just
would-
like,
they would
hey,
have
I've
to
come
see
to
it.
Zambia, tourist attraction, billboard.
Exactly.
No.
Same thing for TV, unless the TV station is like an international TV station that
Yeah.
a lot of people outside of Zambia use.
In the days of Netflix.
Your reach is capped. But the thing with social media is that it's just an uncapped reach of people that are tuned in and can then hone into what your product is,
Yeah.
what it is that you're selling, and they can dive into your brand and love it for what it is. And not only the international community, we're just talking like even in Zambia, you have the opportunity to reach people from various places that are not confined to a physical location.
Yep.
So with a billboard, if you put a billboard on Cairo Road, if you put a billboard on Great East, you're confined to that specific location. So you're only looking for people who are passing along that line, and you hope they're the people that will resonate with your brand.
True.
But with social media, you're reaching people from Kasama, you're reaching people from Lufwanyama, you're reaching people from Chingola, and you're doing this under $10.
Can you imagine?
Sometimes for free.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, people are literally walking. They hang on to the devices that your adverts, your content will show on.
Yeah.
They walk into their home with a device that could have the person who you're targeting, who desires your product, to actually get it,
Exactly.
see it, hear about it. So that's one of the things.
Yeah.
The other thing is brand awareness.
Deep.
And this is the interesting thing. We have reached a point where, because we have seen how bad the situation is financially, and the economy is bad, and
the economy is bad?
You didn't know?
No.
Oh wow!
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
the fuel prices are just fluctuating.
Oh,
and
the fuel prices are bad?
Imagine that!
I didn't know.
Yeah, and people are like, we need money, right?
Yes.
So we're going to business and we're trying to get money.
Mm-hmm.
And they come up with these brilliant ideas that could completely change the landscape of Zambian business, completely change the landscape of how we access services and access all these things. And then they skip a very fundamental step, which is brand building and spreading brand awareness.
Exactly. It's like, number one, like for you to get clients first have to know who you are. So you have people who are always complaining about how business is tough.
Support local team.
Yeah, that and sales are slow. But then you ask them, yo, like, what's your Instagram page? What's your Facebook page? You go there, and the last post that they had was in 2019 saying COVID is bad. They don't post about their product. They don't
have
run
one
ads.
picture.
They
with
don't
picture quality or picture quality,
right?
That looks like they went to get from which doctor.
Exactly. They give witch doctor vibes with their pictures. And you can't even be
Bring back
consistent
lovers.
with the same witch doctor vibes. You know what I mean? Like, at least be consistent. Yeah, brand awareness, like you mentioned, is big. People have to know about your brand, and the best chance that you have for brand awareness is a platform called social media.
Yeah.
So, it could be through ads, it could be through influencer marketing, it could be through you just posting and the algorithm doing you a solid and pushing it in front of people who actually see.
Yeah, because the thing is that sometimes we forget that business is a social game.
Yeah.
Right? When it's not mathematics of good product plus in front of a person equals a sale.
Yeah.
It's a social game. We don't just make friends with everyone. We don't just trust everyone. Right? I've come to you seeking actually, I've come to the market seeking a need to be met. And the market has given me a variety of options. Right?
Yeah.
The market has given me a variety of options. Now the thing is that this money that I've worked hard for, right? If I purchase a good from you, that money is not going to come back. I have to go back and work for more.
Right.
Meaning my choice is limited to the ones who I trust will actually meet this need. Now, aside from the fact that I have never bought from you before, this is the first time I'm seeing you. The only way that I can truly trust you is if I've heard about you at least a number of times before.
100%.
Either through reviews or even just seeing you post.
100%.
Because, I mean, you don't have to have bought from Mr. Price to think that they're good quality clothes from there.
Yeah.
Just from their reputation. You don't have to have bought from Markham to actually know that those quality clothes.
Let's not act like you did say quality.
Yeah, let's just act like that.
You did say quality.
No.
Let's embrace it. Like, don't rush over it.
No.
You just said
excuse
quality.
Me. I do not know what you're talking about.
And it's quality. Say it with me. Quality.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I refuse. So what's this? And so
Quality. Okay.
it's based off their market. It's based off their marketing that they have this kind of reputation. That means that I'm thinking, firstly, I'm thinking big bucks, right? When I have these kind of pockets that like I don't really need to
Wait,
check
when
the
you say
price.
you're thinking big bucks, what do you mean?
Markham.
What
Stores
about
like
Markham?
Like, so I'm going to Markham and I'm thinking I need a good amount of money,
Okay.
right, to be able to afford their clothes. It's because of their branding and their reputation that
Yeah.
gives me that image
Okay.
in their head,
Yeah.
right? And so, if I don't even know you, I'm definitely not going to turn and
No,
actually buy from you.
100%. Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I don't trust you. I don't know you. I'm
Yeah.
not going to risk it, especially if you're being outdone by
Exactly.
the market.
So the statistics say that over 50% of buyers would rather buy. I'm sure it's even above 70. Would rather buy from someone that they know than an unknown brand, even if the quality is better.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like to focus on quality, but for someone to even try you, they have to know you.
Yeah.
Right? So your most important thing is, of course, yes, your quality is important because you want to keep the customer, but you also have to make people, number one, aware of you, and you also have to be likable by the people who are aware of you. That's when they give you a try. Like if your packaging looks shaky, I don't care how good your quality is.
And the only thing is that you have to tell me
Yeah.
that the quality is good, but you're not even telling me that.
Exactly.
It's just like
We're
moving.
Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, that was good on brand awareness and brand building.
Yeah.
Within the brand awareness. So not only are people aware of you, but you have a chance for people to like you, for people to feed into your brand. Like, I don't know if you know of, I know a lot of marketers use this example, but it's a good one. Mbaling Klapo, and I'm the housekeeper.
No?
You've never heard of it?
No? But
So-
do tell.
Yeah. So there's this lady, I think she's South African. She runs a cleaning company.
Yeah.
So what she used to do is she used to answer like public questions on cleaning stuff. Like, how do you,
Okay.
like some people used to ask, how do you take care of smelly shoes or you know what I mean? Then she would give like, you use sodium bicarbonate to put in the and then at the end of the thing she would say, and I'm Baling Klapo, and I'm the housekeeper. Like every time she used to say that. So she grew so much on social media and people started to love her. But what people didn't know is that she had a cleaning company. So that made people even love the brand and connect with her, the personality. And now they connected to the branding that they would buy from her. So that's the power of social media. It gives you like the versatility to do different things. You can do video, you can do picture, you can do memes, you can do audio, you can do stories, like various channels that can connect with people on an emotional level. And then they can then connect with your brand, and you then get to build brand loyalty. You start to have affinity. People start to have affinity with your brand, and then they can go to bat for your brand because of what you're doing on social media.
Yeah.
There's no other platform that gives you that sort of leverage and gives you that sort of power. So, yeah, definitely brand awareness and brand building. One that I really, really think is the most important is targeted marketing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, in fact, I think it's the most important concept of marketing because it says that you are speaking to the person who is more likely to buy from your business,
Yeah.
right? I'll give an example of myself. A lot of my clothes are now stained because my daughter like used to like spit milk on my shirt. You know what I mean? So washing machine couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? So I have like a couple of shirts that are just
Daddy, look there.
stained with milk, like baby milk. So if someone had a product that fixes that, like this soap can fix
Can remove
the baby
all the
milk on your
stains.
on your t-shirts, that's something I would like to know. So imagine you could say in your ad, I am targeting new dads in Zambia. All your ads will come to me specifically because I'm the one with that specific problem and I need it solved.
Yeah.
So you have the power to target me specifically. The ad will be following me like this because it knows my interests, it knows my problems. you have a high chance of converting me because that's the
Yeah.
specific problem that I am facing. But if you have that on a billboard, what are the chances that I will pass through Cairo and look in the sky and see that? And not only that, while you're targeting me on Cairo, you'll be wasting a lot of money because there's a lot of other people who are not new dads who are
And who are
struggling
Yeah.
to take the milk out of their shirts. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So your marketing is being wasted. But for this one, you're saying, I'm giving you $10 Facebook. Give me that guy.
Yeah.
So that's I think that's the most powerful
Yeah.
tool and thing that social media grants.
Yeah. Generally, marketing is about growing your business,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
You want to grow your business. You want people to make that purchase.
Yeah.
You want people to get that service.
Mhm.
Marketing methods or channels or
Yeah.
means give you certain percentages of making a conversion. And the
Yeah.
conversion is just basically presenting your product to someone and someone actually getting it.
Yeah.
Right? So you want as many conversions as possible.
Yeah.
Billboard, one, it's very difficult to actually calculate
Mhm.
how effective it is
Yeah.
in terms of converting.
Mhm.
But this is the thing. People have been doing billboard. People have been doing flyers for a long time,
Yeah.
right? So we're not taking it away like it's not effective in any way.
Mhm.
It is, but compared to something far more superior like social media that provides you targeted marketing,
Yeah.
where it increase, it's not thousands of people passing through your billboard, and out of those thousands of people, you don't even know how many people actually need your product.
Yes.
It's saying the thousands of people that I present your product to
Mm-hmm.
are actually people who are interested in the product.
Exactly.
So it doesn't mean that everyone
Mhm.
will make the purchase, but there's a higher likelihood that a large number
Yes.
will make that purchase compared to any other means.
And the other beauty is once you target people who are interested in your brand, what Facebook says is that, okay, I've seen that Chikondi is interested in this brand. What are the what are the likelihoods? That's where you're supposed to
Just like,
that's where you're supposed to get me back. But
no.
but you chose the righteous
I'm a
road.
Christian.
Good for you. So what's the likelihood that Chikondi has friends who are also interested in this thing?
Yeah.
There's a high likelihood because human beings tend to hang around people who are of similar interests as them.
Yeah.
A billboard can't do that. A TV ad can't do that. A radio ad can't do that. But guess who can do that? Facebook.
Social media.
So if Chikondi likes your cake, it's most likely that Chikondi's sister likes cakes too. Or Chikondi's friends like cake too. So then what Facebook does is that he would say, okay, since Chikondi has responded to this ad, let's show it now to Chikondi's friends. And that also gives a better chance of converting into an actual sale. So for me, my whole thing is like, why do people lean towards other methods
Yeah.
of marketing? My theory is number one is just wanting to fit in. Everyone does it, so
Yeah.
I should do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, for some people, it's an ego thing, right?
I'm on a billboard.
I'm on a billboard. Exactly.
Can't touch me.
Exactly.
I'm on a billboard.
I can afford to be on a billboard,
Of course.
or I'm with the banks
You know how much
who are
you're
on
paying
billboards.
for that?
But then you look at their social media, the creative is not good. You look at the social media, they're not running ads. They're spending less and less amounts on just Facebook marketing or social media marketing in general. And then they wonder why.
They are not growing. They wonder why they are not international corporations. Like what? Literally in the West, where
Yeah.
they have these international corporations,
Yes.
they're investing so much within their social media marketing.
Exactly.
They are going above and beyond. I mean, they're even crashing planes
Yeah.
for the sake of content.
That's crazy.
Right? They know, right? Like,
Yeah.
like, why are you wasting money?
Zambian Airways is definitely not doing that.
Yeah. But
Even if it would make them
Even
a
if
lot
it
of
would
money,
make them a lot of-
the fact that they're crashing
it's
is
just like, yeah, no,
even if you told them, I'm
don't do that here."
guaranteed you are going to make $15 million.
it's just like,
If you give us this plane worth, I don't know how much, they'll be like, no.
no, don't do that. And that's the funny thing. Even there, where we're trying to aspire to be as big as they are,
Yeah.
trying to aspire as big as Apple. Look
Yeah.
at their social media pages. Look at how much they're pumping in.
There's a mosquito just above your head that's like haunting your life. It's looking for food.
It's don't worry.
Yeah.
to feed its family. Anyway,
Exactly. Think about that. Like
yeah.
that's family to
And
you know
I'm
it
waiting to
needs
kill
strength.
it.
It needs strength to go and protect his family from being clapped in the night. Think about that.
Yeah, and so within that same framework, it's one of the most interesting things is that this information that we've just shared is common knowledge, massive reach, common knowledge. Well, I mean, we are on social
It's-
media.
Yeah.
The amount of time we spend on social media.
You know what
The
we
amount
sh-
of adverts we see.
You know
on
what
social
we
media.
should have called this episode?
What?
The obvious episode.
Yeah, actually, maybe we
It should have
call it
been called the obvious
the
episode
most
because
obvious thing you hear.
this information is obvious, but the reason we're doing it is that people are not acting on the obvious. That
And there
can
must be something
obviously
Change them.
make them grow. So that's the reason for the podcast, and yeah, hopefully people actually listen and start to play the big game on social media. Of course, we'll go deeper into it, more topics, but for now, it's just to lay down those simple facts. I don't know.
Yeah. Another reason, actually, that people generally would stay away from social media,
Yeah.
which is so interesting,
Mm-hmm.
that is they do not know whether their investment is worth it. Now, this is one of the most interesting things. This mosquito,
I'm telling you, it's trying,
it's like it's really.
it's trying to get something. It's like I've seen blood.
But it's funny that's only coming towards me. Something
Yeah.
suspicious on this side.
No.
Anyway, so like they're not sure whether the investment is worth it.
Investment-
$10. Leave me
Let's-
alone. Excuse me.
Let's not
Excuse me.
act
Let's just move.
like you did not
Let's just
say
move.
investment. No.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Okay.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
So they're not sure whether the investment is
Investment?
worth
Yeah.
whether the investment is worth it.
Okay.
Now it's funny because you go and put a flyer. How will you even know that any of this
That's
is worth it?
exactly.
Right? That you printed out 100.
I think it's because it's obvious. No one will come and shout at you for putting a billboard and it not bringing in money.
Of
But
course,
if you put it
because
in Facebook, they'll be like, what are you doing? Put it in Facebook. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
it's the
And-
obvious thing. So like people are more concerned about how they'll look. They're more concerned about whether they'll
Yeah.
be seen to have done the right thing rather than
Yeah.
actually do the thing that's effective.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing. Another thing tied to that,
Mhm.
right? Because the problem is that we have got a system of get rich quick,
Yeah.
right? We need money, and we need money now.
Yeah.
And so then we completely throw our brains away and think business
Yes.
is something that will give us that money fast.
Yes.
We have
Sadly.
we have been fed through all television and all these things.
Yeah.
This rich life of someone goes and starts a business, and 20 minutes later in the movie, they are rich, right?
The mosquitoes come now
Yeah,
to me.
okay.
But anyway,
That's
what are the so now that we've heard those things, if I'm a business owner, okay, I've heard what you've said and I get it. What are my next action steps?
Okay.
Mhm.
Step number 1: like, follow, subscribe
Of course. Yep.
to this
Duh.
because for the foreseeable future, we'll be diving far deep. Not
Go-
just marketing strategy,
God willing.
but okay, God willing,
Of course.
people die.
Foreseeable future. Don't you know that your life is being demanded
It's just
of you?
like a vapor disappear and stuff like that. Anyway, so
Yeah.
we'll dive into marketing strategy. We'll dive into social media,
Mhm.
right? Because we prioritize and well, not even prioritize. We're
Yes.
actually social media guys.
Yeah.
in the
Exactly.
marketing, right?
Mhm.
And so we'll dive into those concepts. But aside from that, aside from following and listening to us, go and read. I mean, there's so much evidence,
Yeah.
so many testimonials of
Yeah.
people's businesses that have completely flipped
Yeah.
from 3 digits
Mhm.
to 7 digits.
Yeah.
Right? Over a course of a year.
Yeah.
Right? I wasn't going to say 2 months because like, I've
That's
gone
too
viral
much.
2 months. No.
That is
Over
too
a course
much.
of a year. Right? A lot of these businesses that blow up, we think that, they blew up within 2 months.
Yeah.
When you check
Some do.
the
But yeah, I get what you mean.
well,
I
yeah,
get what
okay.
you-
But if you check the testimonial of the CEO, the founder of the same company, they had been working 3 years before. They had been perfecting their product. They have been what? And they had even been posting.
Yeah.
And it was something that actually blew up what is just one video,
Yeah.
something that blew up the business. So there's evidence that social media can actually completely change your business,
Yeah.
completely skyrocket it. right?
100%.
So that's one. Read, check, and go and build
That
your
was two.
confidence in it. Oh,
That
that
was
was
two.
two, right?
Yes.
Okay, then number three,
Yeah.
right? Number three would be given by Musa.
Yeah. Well, I'll start my own list. I'll say number one, do the basics. Just if you don't have a page, go ahead and open a page.
Yeah.
On Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. There's a reason I said all five, because there's different clients there. And sometimes it's the same clients, but they just want to be talked to differently
Yeah,
on these
yeah.
platforms. So go ahead and make that. Secondly, go deep, deep, deep on content, right? Make actual content that people like, make actual content that people will find valuable, and then post it on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, on your TikTok, on your Twitter, or X, as they call it. I still call it Twitter. Thirdly, man, if you can put some money behind it, that's helpful because you reach more people. So run your ads, run effective ads, target the right people, get the feedback that you need, iterate, come back to it. And if you have the right business, if you have a good quality business, just watch it blow. That's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this has been the Jade Pika podcast, sponsored by Open Roof Social. It's not sponsored by Open Roof Social, but powered by, affiliated to Open Roof Social. You can check us out on all social media platforms, Open Roof Social. And that's peace and love.